yeah, just in a writing mode right now.
Yeah, because you're obviously very quick when you just get going. If you managed to do all that within 2018, I'm quite impressed.
Yeah. And I did the installation in 3 days. Like I built all the pieces of furniture, and that comes from taking care of myself.
Of course.
Being focused.
Yeah, it's always that, isn't it? No, I think it's very appropriate to try to talk about wellness because there's something very needy about this urge to look after yourself and to wear the right yoga pants or whatever you do. And sometimes you just want to hug people and say, well, take it easy. Just go out and, hug a tree. Just be real about things.
Yeah.
Maybe it's also an American thing, and I'm seeing this from a bit of an outside, but there's so much food that's being served in a plastic container, and sometimes it's just good to shop your own carrot, just to hold things that have grown. It's a very natural and very good thing to do.
Yeah. It's like there's an urgency for something, but the way it manifests is illogical. Like there is a need for real food. Like food is a huge thing, but there's a need for real food that someone has cooked and is a vegetable from the ground.
And it's just so simple.
It's so simple, but then
it's a seed. You plant it, put water. It's not that difficult.
But then we do things like have gluten-free, dairy-free pizza served in, a plastic container or something. And it's just displaced this discomfort that we feel with our food system, which is like so messed up, so fucked up. We've displaced our discomfort by micromanaging and over intellectualizing what's good, just overthinking things. Like yoga people and their food is hard to watch sometimes.
I think it's very difficult to watch, especially being a woman. And I mean, I grew up and I had at least a couple of friends who almost died out of not eating when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I've met very few women who have not had an issue with their body or with food in one way or the other. So it's actually quite serious what we're talking about.
Yeah, and it looks and feels like eating disorders when people they just restrict themselves because they think that there's some pure way to be. And in the 80s, that was skinny, and now it's now it's healthy. But the way we come about healthy is not emotionally healthy or mentally healthy.
So do you have a piece of advice how to be in a good life?
A piece of advice.
I say go and see your film, of course.
Yes,
that's what I would think. See it.
Follow me on Instagram at _Ellen Donnelly Ellen and _.
Yeah, and everything is actually online. I think that's very generous of you. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Oh, the film isn't online yet, but I might.
No, that's right. But you have some kind of documentation of the event.
Yeah, just to try rather than commit, I think is a good rule of thumb, just to really trust your own intuition, for lack of a better word, about what makes you feel good and how is the right way to move through the world.
Yeah, and I also find it's kind of important not to take yourself so seriously every day, because I don't know who I am every morning I wake up,
right,
or who I want to be, or what I'm supposed to be. It's sometimes just nice to be alive.
Yeah, and I definitely go in and out of phases where I'm super strict with myself and think that there's a magic bullet for how to, right now I'm super focused on being productive, how to be productive every day. And I end up punishing myself in certain ways because I'm not a machine, I can't do the same thing every day and get the same result.
Yeah, and again, I've said this before so many times, but it's also about your tribe, isn't it? It's about the people you have around you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important to have people that will kind of take you out of your head, because that's where it gets hard, is you think so much about this stuff. And sometimes you just need people to be like, well, why don't you just come out with us?
Exactly. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Just stop now. Just go out.
Yeah.
Just close the door. Lock your door. Go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think over time, it's also important to allow for friendships and relationships to grow over time, and to allow for that to be different. And allow yourself to be a bit different too, actually.
Yeah.
I think I have so much really, really cool material.
Good.